Hi, this is Joe from London Sound Productions again, and today I'm going to walk you through how I construct a sort of vocal style pad noise within Reason. It should actually end up sounding a little bit like this. So quite vocal. First, this noise can be used in again a variety of genres like drum and bass, dubstep, breakbeat, house or techno, anything really. And for the tutorial today, I'm going to be using Maelstrom as the source of my sound. I'm going to start by opening up a combinator. I tend to put all my bits within combinators in Reason because it can get quite disorganised otherwise. So I'm going to open up a Maelstrom. And the Maelstrom is really good because it's got inbuilt samples which you can use instead of some of the standard oscillator noises. So I'm going to be utilising some of those today. In particular, the female choir, which sounds a bit like this. As you can see, this is where most of our sound is going to come from. I'm also going to incorporate some other waveforms just to give it a bit more depth. The sound, possibly this square wave. So that's a little bit too loud, but I'm going to just turn that down a little bit and see what it sounds like. Yeah, good. It just adds a little bit more depth to it, that square wave. So what I'm going to do is route both of these two oscillators through filter B. I'm going to click off filter A. I'm going to put it through a low pass filter, just filtering off the very high end. So it should sound a little bit like this. Maybe just a little bit more. Yeah, good. That just gets rid of most of the very high end of the sounds. So what I'm going to do for the modulation aspect of this, I'm not going to use the inbuilt maelstrom oscillators. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a Thor and use that as a modulation instrument for maelstrom. And to do this, what you need to do is flip around to the reverse view, and you need to come from the output of maelstrom into the input of Thor, and you need to do this for both channels, and then just drag the output into the combinator. So I want to open up the programmer from here, initialize the patch and get rid of any of these bits on the left hand side so they don't interfere with our modulation. So what I'm going to be doing is using LFO2 from Thor, and to do this I need to go down to this modulation matrix down here, select our source as audio input, both 1 and 2, and the destination 1, audio output 1 and 2. This means the sound's now coming from Maelstrom and going through Thor. I want to turn the amount up to 100, so all the signal from Maelstrom is coming through Thor. And I want to set the scale as LFO2. And for the amount here, this determines the amount of this root signal that is going to be affected. So I'm not going to go up all the way, I'm going to go up to about 80 something. So about 84% of this signal is going to be affected by LFO2. So I'm going to use LFO in the same way you would any LFO. It should sound a little bit like this at the moment. That's good. It's now being affected by LFO2. But I want to change the parameters over here. I want to change the waveform to this sort of rising type of waveform, and maybe just turn the rate down a little bit. So it should sound a little bit like this. Good, that's the sound we're looking for, really. From here, it's all about, just, personalising it a little bit more. I might throw in a little bit of reverb, just to give it a little bit more depth. Yeah, that's sounding good. And another thing I'll do is just get the equaliser out. In noises like this, there's always going to be some frequencies which stand out a little bit more. They can be quite annoying, let's say. So what I'm going to do to find these frequencies is turn up one of the parameters in the equaliser, and I'm going to sweep through the frequency range to find these annoying frequencies. So what I'm going to do is draw myself in a box, find our note, draw ourselves a note out, and hit play. There you go, I can really hear that frequency standing out now. From here I want to just turn it down a little bit, possibly open out the Q range a little bit more. There you go, that annoying frequency's now been eliminated. And there's your vocal style pad sound. For more tutorials, hit up youtube.com/LDN sound production.